All right, and my beautiful model here, she's an esthetician that I work with, and we're going to start with a double cleanse with Sunshine Botanicals pre-cleanse and detox and cleanse and clear. And if you use these, you know why they're amazing. If you don't, you're missing out. I'm going to start with pre-cleanse and detox. I'm going to rub this into her skin for a good 2 to 3 minutes. And you'll notice on most of your clients that this cleanser will start to get really dry and tacky. It'll seem like their skin is absorbing it. Keep working it in, and it will like re-emulsify itself. It's really cool. Like as it starts to pull impurities out of the skin, you have to feel it to understand. But what I like to do with especially all of my first time clients that come in is I'll have them feel their face before I get started, and then I'll do this step and then wipe it off with the towel, the warm towel, and then have them touch their face again. And it's incredible. Just that first cleanse, how different their skin feels, how much softer it is, how clean it is. So right now it's getting a little bit harder to work in. Her skin is absorbing it. It's getting dry and tacky, but it's about to start pulling impurities out of the skin. So it's starting to change, and now it's a lot easier to work in. So cool how it does that. This is my most favorite skincare product in the world. Hands down, this is my favorite. I try to get all of my clients using it at home because it really makes a difference in the skincare routine, especially when you follow it up with this second cleanser that I'm about to use on her. The second cleanser is a little bit of an exfoliant. It's not really harsh, but these 2 steps really help prepare the skin to absorb everything else that you're going to put on it. So I think it's great prior to doing any kind of skincare treatment, especially energy-based, because we're just going to be able to pack that product deeper into the skin. You're going to get a warm towel, and if they're doing this at home, a warm washcloth, warm hand towel is fine. And you're just going to wipe it off. Usually you want to include the neck too, but we're just working on face today. That already feels amazing. Now we're going to use our cleanse and clear. In that pre-cleanse and detox, you put it on top of dry skin. Even if they have makeup on, it melts the makeup right off. And this one, if it starts to not be so easy to rub in, then get it a little bit wet. You want this to lather really well. And these products also smell amazing. They're all natural mostly wild crafted ingredients, which is even better than organic. And because these are really thick, creamy cleansers, it will take you a couple of towels to get it off. But no one ever complains about hot towels. They feel so good. And we're going to do one more towel to get it all off. And after doing the double cleanse, if you wanted to do some kind of an enzyme peel, you could. Like if you've got someone that's got really textured skin, you could absolutely do that. She doesn't need it. So now what I'm going to do is get a, I specifically have the Environ system. This is a very powerful vitamin A and C serum that you only use in the treatment room. They do have products for clients to use at home that are also amazing, and I can talk about those in another video. But I'm going to start out with this serum, and then I'm going to use their peptide serum, because vitamin A, vitamin C, and peptides are absolutely crucial in anti-aging and lifting the skin. So we're going to use those. Now that her skin is clean, I am going to grab my device, and I am going to be using P2 and frequency on 70. Make sure it's on P2 or else it won't do anything. You can have your tip turned this way or this way, either way works. I turn it this way in order to put it into my holder, and then I turn it this way in order to use it on the skin. But however it works for you, it works either way. Now the skin needs to be clean and dry in order for this process to work. If you use a serum with it, they're not going to feel anything, and it's not going to be very effective because the serum is going to be absorbing the energy instead of their skin. So we're going to do it in small sections, and then after we do a small section, we'll apply the serum. This is essentially similar to microneedling without the needles, because the plasma is creating tiny little microchannels, kind of like microchanneling does. So we're going to call it plasma channeling. So we're going to contact the skin and then push the button and work in an upward motion. You'll hear a buzzing sound. And I'm going to apply more pressure going upwards than I am coming back down. I'm going to do a few passes. And it's okay if you do detach from the skin and then put it back on while you're pushing the button. It's not going to spark. And so that's okay. But in order to not like freak them out when I'm first getting started, I'll touch the skin first and then push the button until they get used to that feeling, and then you can just move faster. So I will do a few passes like this, and then for the last couple of passes, I'm going to just barely touch the skin, and they'll feel more of a prickly feeling. And before, with this technique that I was just using, it's going to be more, they're going to feel more vibrating. So when you just gently touch them, it's going to feel a little bit more prickly. You're going to move just a little slower, because you want to make sure that you're just barely touching them. And now we're going to apply our serum. I'm using the Environ A and C serum and the peptide serum because vitamins A, C, and peptides are insanely important for the anti-aging process. So just a little bit is all that's needed. I'm going to work that into the skin. And you don't need to go over it again with your device. Now that you've got serum on there, it's not going to work as well. And just a little bit of the peptide serum. And now I'm going to move on to another section of her face. You can also use the corners of this tip to get into the smaller, harder to reach areas or inside of a wrinkle. Now I'm going to turn my power down a little bit to P1 and treat underneath the eyes. Around the mouth and under the eyes can be a lot more sensitive. So you can turn your power down, it will still be effective. That's all you need to do on the eyes, because it is a hard area. It feels very prickly around the eyes. I put my pen back up to P2, and we're going to do forehead. And I'm applying more pressure going up than I am coming down. And now very light. You can do the nose if you want to. If you're using a serum that dries, and by the time you're done with the face, you can take your device and go back over the face again if you want to drive that product deeper into the skin. It's going to be very sensitive around the mouth. Once you're finished with the face, you just add some more serum, rub it in really good, and you're all done.